Hi, I'm Christy Floyd. I'm your virtual librarian. I wanted to show you today how to find some of the sources you will need for your research paper. Okay, so you'll see that we're on the Chesapeake College homepage. From here, to get to the library, you want to go under Academics, click on Library LRC, and you'll get to our homepage. For those of you who have taken classes here already, you'll see that this has changed. We have a new look, and all the searching that you would do is up in this one region right here. You're required to have a peer-reviewed journal article for this research paper. So where you're going to need to go is under the Articles tab, and there's two options here. You could do a search of all the databases, so this makes this really simple. You would click the full text. That simply means that you're going to get results that we have the full article for, and you would click the scholarly, which means it is going to be peer-reviewed. All right, and then let's say I'm going to do mine as video game violence. You'll see that I have the quotes around it. That's very important, and that's because I wanted to search that entire phrase. If I didn't have the quotes there, it would look for the word video, the word game, the word violence, and it would give me results that have any of those three words in it and not necessarily together, which means it's going to be a huge result set. So the quotes are important. Okay, so I do my search. Okay, and I have 8 results. And you can see by the left that this is all scholarly peer reviewed, and that's because I checked that scholarly button from the initial homepage. Okay, so I do recommend giving it a try. From that main search, it's pretty handy. It may not bring up this particular database, which is Academic Search Premier. It may bring up a different one, but that's okay. By clicking on the scholarly link, you know you're going to get a peer-reviewed article. Okay, so from here you can see I have those 8 results, which is great, and I think there's some really good options here. What I want to show you is, let's say I like this, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're going to be tempted to click on the PDF full text. Please don't. The reason why, if you go up and click on the title, is that you have the abstract right here. So it's very quick. You can read the abstract, see if this is going to help you in your research. If not, you can move on to the next item. It just is a little bit faster for you to find the sources that you need. So do click on the title. You can read the abstract and see if you like it or not. Let's say you love it. It's just on track, exactly what you're looking for. You might want to take note of the subject terms that were being used, and they would be good hints for you to use for future searches for more sources. That's real handy. The reason why is a lot of these databases have their own vocabulary. So where you may say, I don't know, something different, online gaming, you might be thinking of web gaming. You may have different terminology, and maybe this is looking at it as a broader sense, being video. So you do want to see how the database is defining those words. So the subject terms is that. It's telling you the database's ways for describing this type of article, this type of information. Okay, and then if you go to the left, then that's your full text. Okay, now the other thing I want to show you, Academic Search Premier is one of the better databases for this project that you have. I've found in past classes that most people are able to find sources for their subjects in this database. So you might want to take note of that. Academic Search Premier is a good one. Now what I want to quick show you, okay, so we got to this from the library homepage. That's not going to take, hold on one sec. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, so we got to that from here, clicking on the articles, typing in our search, and selecting these 2 boxes. Another way you could do this is you could go into the subject-specific source, and then we have the databases separated by their subject matter, and we have all the subjects at the top. And you'll see some of them are highlighted. And what we're doing there is trying to show you the databases that we always have good luck with, like they're good starting points for your research topic. Academic Search Premier is the one we were just in, and I do highly recommend this. If you wanted to, you could just go directly into it from the subject list and search in that database. The difference there is if I did the same search, click search. Now I'd have to do the next step of selecting the scholarly peer-reviewed and the full text. And if I wanted to, I could change the date and make it more recent. That's an option. Okay, let's just do that. Update. Now I know that I have all scholarly journals that you need for this class. Okay, so that's another way you can go into this. You just have to remember after you do your search right from the database to select the scholarly peer-reviewed. All right, so now from there, I showed you that database. The other database I wanted to show you, hoping this is going to work for me. There we go. The other one I want to show you, now we're back on the subject databases, is to go down a little further, and the next one that's highlighted is opposing viewpoints and context. I'm going to click on that one. And this database is largely your current topics and the hot topics that are in our society, such as abortion, gun laws, you name it. Really what you're seeing in the news, a lot of that is covered here. So let me see, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to try my video game. And you'll see that it'll give me some other options. And that's good, that's helpful. It's real quick to figure out some other subject terms. Okay, so I'm going to do my search. Okay, I don't have a whole lot here, but what I want to show you is that these are viewpoints. And the viewpoints generally will go in the two different directions. It'll give you the one side and the opposite side in two different viewpoints, which is great because then you can write unbiased paper about the subject you're talking about. So they're very handy. I would look through those, and I just want to show you a little bit what they're like. They're taken from very good sources. These qualify for your paper, and it will go on, one side or the other side. And it also presents you with further readings. This is helpful if you needed more sources. So say this viewpoint is excellent, it's something that you want to use. You'll have some other options here between the books and periodicals. You can look then within our databases and see if we have some of these articles that might be helpful as another source. You also see that there's a source citation at the bottom. Anything from opposing viewpoints tends to be very confusing on how to cite it properly for your paper in APA format. If you have questions about that, please feel free to contact me. It's a little bit easier for me to help you on a one-on-one basis, depending on what your source is. Okay, so please do feel free to contact me. All right, the other thing I wanted to show you, that's the viewpoint. Also brought up news bits. Now that would not qualify as a source because it's not peer-reviewed, and magazines as well. Let me just go to another topic. Go to gun control because that's huge right now. This is an example of if you have a really large topic like gun control that can take so many different angles. This is what the page will look like. And you'll see that they have the featured viewpoints, and then they have all the viewpoints. What you need to take note of is what's over to the right. There's actually 248 viewpoints. So they'll show you 3, but there's actually many, many more. So don't ignore that if you do get one of these large pages of a topic. Academic journals, there's actually 121, as well as some statistics, news, reference, magazines, and websites. You also have some audio and some images, so there's a lot in this database, and it's a lot of fun to look around at. Okay, so that was very fast and in a nutshell, but again, I recommend let me get up here at the top, Academic Search Premier as one of the databases to use, and the opposing viewpoints and context. Okay, so if you have any questions, please contact me, and the next thing we'll go over is citations.